Welcome to heCast, the official podcast of He Changed It. My name is Mike Chisholm, and I am really grateful that you have taken time out of your day to come and check out what we're doing here. He Changed It is still in the throes of beta testing. Lots of ideas are coming in, and we're very excited about all the things that are going on. If this is your first time seeing heCast, while I am the host of the show, I am not the face of He Changed It. I'm married to the face of He Changed It. It's a pretty good place to be, actually. I'm married to the CEO and the co-founder of He Changed It. That's my beautiful wife, Candace. And what we're doing here is a podcast, a set of videos out there to help guys understand what else is going on out there by hearing other guys and their stories. I'm really excited that today we have Jean Bernier. Now, I'm going to see if I can get it right.
Yeah.
You're the CTO, which is a Chief Technical Officer.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. The Canadian Men's Health Association.
Foundation.
Yes. God damn it. I went from foundation to association okay. So the Canadian Men's Health Foundation.
Yes.
Okay. In a nutshell, what do you guys do?
So what do we do? Well, I guess it's kind of in the name is we try to empower men to live healthier, better lives through providing them with guided steps, if you want to say it, on how to do that.
From what I'm hearing from you, balance is extremely important.
I use the word harmony quite a lot.
Harmony. I love that. I'm a music guy, so when I hear harmony, that brings up the perfect analogy to me.
When I talk about why I talk about harmony versus balance is like people think, oh, I need all these things to be the same all the time. No, well, that's a recipe for like frustration and upset. Yeah. Whereas it'd be like, well, it's okay. Like this is the time for work, or this is the time for life. This is the time for the guitar. Like it's fluid.
All very different things from each other.
Yeah. And they're
unique things.
But they all bring together what you are, right? So embracing those and giving them all some time and respecting what it is. And
a chance to sing a note.
Exactly. Like sing your notes, right? In your life, and let all those pieces of your life sing and see what song comes out from it. And if you don't like the song, keep tweaking the notes.
Absolutely. Why do you think it is that men in particular have a hard time with finding that harmony?
There's been this whole culture of like toughen up, princess, the suck it up component of it, where I'll just hide it. I'm a provider. I don't want everybody else to see, I think it also comes from a little bit of like, I don't know if it's so much a macho thing versus like, I'm trying to protect, right? We have it built into us this concept of protection, right? That goes back from when we were hiding in caves and standing at the door,
reptilian brain,
keeping our tribe safe from the saber-toothed tigers.
Yep.
We still have those same reactions, right? So I think that's part of it. Like maybe it's come across it from this macho standpoint, and when we try to play it off, and I say we as the generalized we,
sure, of course,
is it comes across as a very like, oh, I'm too tough. Don't worry about it. I'm all good. Until it's not. And then when it's not, it's really bad.
It crashes.
Right? Like it's like how I can think of many men off the top of my head who've gone that route. You just watch and you're like, are you all right? Oh yeah, no, I'm fine. And then all of a sudden you're like having heart attacks, or they're, having other health complications, and all that could have been avoided.
Holy cow, he just killed him. He killed himself.
Like suicide.
What?
For men.
I thought he was fine.
The stats are ridiculous, right? Like what is it, like 6 men every hour, 6 men every minute, or some crap like that are killing themselves? Like the fact that it's that high every day in and day out, that speaks to like a massive root problem.
You talk about I wanted to get it done in a year, it took 4, and I think of guys who are overwhelmed and they think, 4, but it's not like you didn't have victories along the way.
No,
lots of them probably. As you getting your momentum and moving yourself forward, there were probably a ton of worthwhile, enriching experiences that happened as you were getting past. Okay, I wanted it to be a year, it took 4, but it's not like it was tedious, hard labor the whole time. It wasn't prison.
No, totally not, right? And it's about like stacking up those wins, like always having a way to find and celebrate your little wins is so critical, right? Because when you're looking back on it, you're like, oh, where did all that time go? Did I actually accomplish anything? And you keep it in your head, or you keep like a dream list and you go back to that dream list. You're like, Oh my God. Like
Yeah.
half this thing's checked off, right? Like,
Absolutely. So okay, let's put me as the guinea pig again. I'm a guy that feels like I'm a drag to my top 10. I'm going through stuff. Maybe I'm aware of it, maybe I'm not, but I am aware that I'm not where I want to be.
right.
What's my first step? What's my first step? If I realize, okay, yeah, I'm not happy. I'm one of those guys you talked about that's living close to that line. That's like, oh man, I'm just not happy. What's a good first couple of steps?
Well, I'd say the first step you'd be taking is like actually saying that out loud to a trusted source, right? Because you're for many of them don't even take that step, right? Going, oh, I'm not happy, or like continually saying, I'm not worthy out loud, which we can rabbit hole down.
It's that quiet life of desperation that they
in a moment.
Yeah.
But yeah,
yeah.
like, they're not doing that. So then all of a sudden they're like, man, I'm really not happy with my life. Like these are the things that aren't going well. Oh man, tell me more. Well, where else is that showing up in your life?
It's a great question.
And all of a sudden you start peeling that back. And then it's just like, great. So how's that affecting this relationship? How's that affecting how you show up at work? Is work important to you? Are you, where you can start getting a little bit like poking at like when you have downtime, what are you filling your time with? Right? Like, I'm sitting there on Facebook all the time, but like, oh, and how does that make you feel? Man, I dread looking at it. Cool. Turn off the notifications.
Yeah.
Right. Let's take those little baby steps, right? You don't have to install it, but like, what are this? Trying to figure out let's just get to the source of the things that are like poking that all the time. Great. Find that, eliminate it, then start making room for it. You tell me what you don't like. What do you like?
Yeah.
Tell me a story about the time that you felt happy. And if they can't, be like, well, let's take a step back. Let's do something silly. Like we call it shake this not sure what the language code is here.
No, we're good. All
right. So I call it shake the shitties.
Shake the shitties.
So, like I did it with my kids when they
That's a swear and silly at the same time.
Exactly. Okay. Right. So,
okay.
You can start shaking your hands and you shake it as hard as you can for like 10 seconds and then stop. And then you're like, oh, feel that. And you can feel like the energy moving around your hands. All of a sudden they shift and now they're starting to laugh and smile. Now you're starting to get them back into a state that they can actually think about a story that's happy. Right.
Right.
Just if you're like this and oh man.
Yeah.
I'm Eeyore and here's all the things that are going wrong with me, Pooh.
Yep.
And it's just like, all right, well, let's break you out of that. And now all of a sudden you're in that different energy space. And now you can probably easily collect a story that made you happy. Tell me about a time that you were super excited. Wow, the Kings won this. And you know, here's what it was going on, right?
Yeah.
And that all of a sudden becomes a lot easier. So you're almost sneakily teaching them those little tricks to like start to break that habit, like those pattern interrupts. That's where I would start with somebody who's really down on that.
I thank you so much for being part of the He Changed It journey. Like I said, I know when Candy originally met with you during the research phase and the encouragement that you gave her, and thank you so much. This is a task that it is vast. It's huge. I believe it's also monumental, and I believe also that we could do a hell of a lot of good if we link arms and do this. And you're someone that Candy linked arms with right away. So
I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes and being a part of it. Right, like we said, we can all get through this, and we'll do it way quicker and way better together.
Couldn't have said it better myself. This has been Gene Bernier. I am Mike Chisholm for heCast, the official podcast of He Changed It. Again, we're still in beta. Go to hechangedit.com and follow the steps there. And if you want to be a beta tester, want to take a look at what everything, all the fuss is about, everything that we're doing, we really appreciate it. In the meantime, we'll talk to you the next time we do one of these things. Cheers.